welcome to the next video tutorial of this series. Over the last video, we have talked about how to create a server, how to create an endpoint, how to create different routing in our application. So let's see them one by one what we have done till now. So you can see that I have created an app.js file, and here I have started the server. I have used two different routes. These corresponding the routes I already have created two different files, that is products.js and the orders.js. All the routes corresponding to products and orders is defined into its own file. And the next thing what we have done is that we have performed some error handling in case someone tries to access the endpoint apart from products and orders. So we have added an error here. Now we'll do some sort of improvement in our application. So if you see, then what we have to do is every time when we are making any code changes in our application, we have to start our application. So how we start application is that we write node and the app, the name of the file where we have written the logic for our server. So whenever we write node app.js, it starts executing the app.js file and server gets started. So now this is the way how we start our server. So again, if I am making any code changes, so every time I am saving it, this code changes will not be reflected because I have not restarted the server once I made changes. So again, I have to restart our server every time I make any code change in our file. So to avoid this, we have a special module available from Node. So the module name is NodeMon. So how NodeMon works, let's check it. So first of all, we will install NodeMon, npm install -- save NodeMon. Yes, here we go. So NodeMon, it is giving any error, and the error is that not found, NodeMon not found. So we can see that NodeMon has been started. Okay, by mistake I wrote more on it, sorry for that. So we have installed npm install -- save NodeMon. So we can say that now NodeMon has been added into my project as an dependency. You can verify from here, and we will see how it works. So every time I make any change in our file, it will detect it, and every time it will restart the server automatically. So to do that, what we have to do, we have to write one script here. So we are writing it here, like we are giving the script name as start, and corresponding to this start, what we want to be executed is that node1 and file name. So earlier what we were doing is that we were writing node app.js. So now we do not need to do that. We just need to do npm start. So automatically it will execute this nodemon app.js command, and now nodemon is aware about your file and everything. So every time you will make any code changes in our application, it will automatically start the server. So you can see that server is running at 4000. Let's make any code change. Let me remove this comment. So as soon as I remove this comment and I save the project, I can see that again server is running at port 4000. So this is the benefit of NodeMon server, NodeMon module. So the next step what we are going to talk about, that we are going to add some logging into our application. So how will we add the logging? To do that, what I will use is I will use an Morgan node module. So let me first download npm install -- save Morgan. Now Morgan is being downloaded into my repository. Is there any mistake spelling? Yes, so I have made a spelling mistake here, sorry for that. npm install -- save, and it is Morgan. Morgan is being downloaded into my application as a dependency. You can again verify it from your package.json that Morgan version 1.10.0 has been added as a dependency. So to proceed with this, let me first clear the console, and what I'll do is that every time we are dealing with a module in our application, we have to first import it in the file where we want to use it. So we want it to use in our app.js file, so I'll import it here with the help of require Morgan const Morgan equal to require Morgan. And now after these two endpoints, I'll specify I will specify this before these two endpoint. I'll specify the Morgan module to write some logging here. So app.use Morgan, and inside Morgan function I'll pass dev. So this is the syntax how we use Morgan module. So next time whenever we will start our server, what it will do is whatever the request coming from front end, it will first display it on the console. It will display some information like what was the response which was sent from the server, what endpoint it requested. So all these informations will be displayed on console. So let's first start the server with the help of Nodemon. So how will we start it? That npm start. You can see that Nodemon app.js and server is running at port 4000. Now let's see what Morgan will do for us. So we'll try to hit an endpoint. Let's say that suppose we are trying to access product/123 patch request. So we sent it and we got product have been updated having ID 123. And if we check here, we have got some really useful information here that front end or someone tried to access this endpoint and the request was patch and the response which server returned was 200. So let's see in case of post, let's verify one more. So I'm just writing it orders slash. So in case of orders post request, I can say that order handling post request, I got a message and I can see that someone from front end or somewhere tried to access the slash order endpoint with post request and the server returned with 200 response. So this is really nice in case of you want to log something in your application